All right. Let's see. So far, so good. This is insane. Look at all this stuff. I'm in Yankton, South Dakota. Property records for the house behind me say it was built in 1885, so it's likely there's some pioneer era artifacts buried out back. I got permission to excavate the backyard, so we'll head back there. This back portion of the house appears to be an addition. Could have been a kitchen that was added on either at the time of construction or later. And back here, just out the kitchen door, there's a sink spot. The property owners mentioned they've been throwing stuff in to level it off and it keeps sinking. I have a hunch it could be an old cistern. So what I'm going to do is take the topsoil off and see what's buried down there. First piece actually, tooled top, pharmaceutical product, Park Davis and Company. This dates back to about 1900, well over 100 years old. Awesome. This pit has been awful. We had to chop through all the cement. I've been using a jackhammer bit on a hammer drill. I think when the cistern was finished as a trash dump, they threw a bunch of excess cement from a project in here. You can see a plastic jug, but that's likely from around the time the cement was thrown in. I did hit a stove ash layer underneath and heard the screech of a bottle. So we kind of have the moment of truth here. I think there's a few down here. Looks like an early machine-made pickled goods container. We have a stamp on the bottom. Paragon patented. I'm not sure what company that is, but this isn't bad age. It's about 1910, so it's probably worth continuing. This is a deep pit. Well, I've concluded this isn't a cistern. There's no lining. It's rectangular in shape, indicating it's an outhouse. Likely the original outhouse pit to the house. When the addition was put on, they likely filled this in and then dug another one further back. But I've got a few pieces on the way out here. Looks like some kind of preserve jar. Early machine made, circa 1910. No stamping on it. This here looks like some kind of... Whoa! Wow! Okay, I might have some fire damage, but look at that. I believe that's a coin dot pattern. I love this art glass, especially from this era. That is wild. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's a tooled top. Dr. Peters, I believe it's a blood vitalizer. You can see it. I think it has Norwegian writing on it there. These are found all across the Midwest. I believe it had a high alcohol content. And an extract bottle. Oh, wow. Cohn Brothers Flavoring Extracts, Des Moines, Iowa. It's a tooled top, circa 1910. That looks like a porcelain doorknob. These were popular in exterior doors, being they wouldn't corrode from the weather. This has the backing knocked off. Could have been why they discarded it. Oh wow. Like, yeah, some kind of earthenware piece. No maker's marks. Could be a mixing bowl. I believe that's a mixing bowl with a zinc glaze. We're into a solid trash layer. There's all kinds of stuff here. Looks like a broken perfume bottle. It's that really heavy glass. Some kind of cold cream container. That's stamping on bottom. Oh, the Cutie Packing Company. They made a lot of these generic products back in the day. Okay. It's like a beer mug, a broken beer mug. Okay, a turn mold wine bottle. I believe it could be English made. Big piece over here. Okay, looks like a really big wine bottle. That's a turn mold. Wow, so this container was inside this one. Both are cosmetics. Looks like another Cutie Packing Company. No stamping on this one. This could be interesting here. Maybe a soda. That might be a wine. Full of groundwater. Okay. Big old turn mold applied top wine bottle. Still into a solid ash layer. There's so much stuff down here. Let's see. Tooled top extract bottle. Oh wow, has a label on it. It's too far gone, I believe. Oh, this is an olive oil bottle though. Wow. Another one. The labels are surviving down here. This is an Olympia flask. Maybe hard to see, but it has an 1898 patent on the bottom. You can see there's remnants of a label there. Huh. This bottle's interesting. That's a tooled top. Looks like a GP company on the bottom. It's got some really cool design to it. Oh wow. Another one with a partial label. That's a tooled top. No, early machine made. It's a pickled goods container. Put this at about 1910. Alfred Meakin, Royal Ironstone, China, England. That's a cool pattern. First the stamp, and it's got this almost like gold looking pattern to it. It's kind of cool. Might have been a saucer for a teacup or something. And it just crumbled. It could have been a cosmetic container with partial contents. May have had some heat damage from the ashes. That's why it just crumbled to nothing. We're down almost 6 feet into this ash layer. I'm fairly certain this is an outhouse pit based on the dimensions. There's 8 pieces exposed. We'll start off here. Looks like a shoe fly liquor flask with a tooled top, remnants of a paper label. This is something here. Looks like a ink bottle. Carter's, made in USA. Still has some purple ink left in it, and you can see these notches are for the quill pen. Looks like some kind of liquor flask, a tooled top. Remnants of a paper label, although it's illegible. Looks like another wine bottle. Turn mold with an applied top. Interesting, these are usually green. This one's more of an aqua color. This one, part of a paper label. It shattered, likely from the heat when all these ashes were thrown down it. It was just a tooled crown top beer. Looks like some kind of medicine extract or sewing machine oil. No embossing, would have had a paper label. Looks like a prescription drugstore bottle. Has incremented sides. It's back to about 1910. Oh wow, this has a lot of writing on it. Dr. Peter's Blood Vitalizer, prepared by Dr. Peter Farney and Sons Company, Chicago, Illinois. Not sure I've dug this one in this size. And there's actually writing on the back of it. I've never seen one of these bottles before. Oh, 1880? Some kind of a tree design or some kind of foliage design on it. That's wild. Looks like a machine-made ball mason jar. It's got a dropped A with a triple loop on it. Dates back to about 1905. An intact plate. Looks like it has fire damage. It's crackled. Has a coat of arms on the back. That's English, although no other stampings or markings. Like some kind of medicine or extract. Now this one could have a legible label. Looks like it says glycerine. The rest of it's illegible. Maybe some kind of glycerine medicine of some sort. It's a tooled top. As you can see, there's 3 pieces exposed. Now this is a big one. I'm hoping it's going to be intact. These are up top, so I'll pull these out first. Look at that. That is a big drugstore bottle. Patent applied for. for the Western Bottle Manufacturing Company. It's a 16-ounce size, I believe. Looks like some kind of perfume bottle. No embossing. All right, let's see. So far, so good. Oh, okay, it's broken. No stamping on it. It's a brown zinc glazed piece though. This is early 1880s, 1890s right in there. Looks like some pieces were inside of it. Not entirely sure what that is. Could have been part to a lamp or just some decorative piece. Toiletry. Some kind of clay doorknob. It's like a fake wood pattern if you look close. Wow, ironstone china lid. Would have been to some kind of dinner set. You can see the brown stenciling, maybe transferware. There's the bottom of the crock. So it was cracked, that's why they threw it down. You can see the rust deposits in the brake. No markings on bottom. I'm not entirely sure what company would have made this. Likely something around the Midwest. Plenty more to go. Still in a solid ash layer. Looks like some kind of food product here. Early machine-made jar. And I scraped up against something. Whoa! No way! Oh, it looks like a cow figurine. Maybe one of the legs is broken off of it. Must have been why they discarded it. That is awesome. A broken jelly jar. No embossing on it. This pit is just loaded. There's stuff everywhere. Looks like some kind of ground lip piece made by the Whittle Tatum Company. Could have been an apothecary, some kind of powder of some sort. Oh wow, there's all kinds of broken glass here. A solid trash layer for sure. It's like a broken prescription bottle. Tooled top. Oh wow. Okay. Eddie and Eddie. I see it on the label. This was a extract company out of St. Louis, I believe. And there's a chance this label is fully intact, so I'm not going to mess with it. But you can see part of Eddie from the Eddie and Eddie Company. That is something else. Another one with a label. Alcohol, it says on it. some kind of pharmacy. Chamberlain's colic and cholera. Colic and cholera. Colic, cholera, and diarrhea remedy. Wow, that's a lot to say there. Tooled top. A tooled top drugstore bottle. This pit's getting earlier. We were getting some incremented stuff, and this predates that. I put this at about 1900. Another one with a label on it. Let's see. Just a tooled top prescription bottle otherwise. Let's see the label. I try to wet that down and see if I can read something on it. Another drugstore prescription bottle. Not sure if I've seen this style. Sometimes the glass company will put the style on the bottom. And not sure. It's like Eventide or something along those lines. Circa 1900. This one fell out. Looks like a machine-made preserve jar of some sort. Oh, some kind of apothecary bottle. No embossing. That looks like a barrel type ink. It's a early machine made, no other embossing. And one of those fake wood porcelain enamel doorknobs. Alright, shoe fly liquor flask, unembossed. Wow, look at all this stuff down here. This is just packed. It's like, okay, broken drugstore bottle. It's probably a 12-ounce size. Oh, wow. It's like a Enamelware bowl. That's got kind of a cool pattern. It's circa 1900, I suppose. A plain ironstone whiteware plate, KT&K granite, warranted, so it's graniteware. Another prescription bottle made by the Western Bottle Manufacturing Company. It's tooled top. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 more pieces here in the corner. This is a solid trash layer. Let's see. Wow. Is this thing blue? This thing's cobalt blue. The New York Pharmaceutical Association, lactopeptine, the best remedy agent in digestive disorders. That's paneled. That thing is something else. You can see all the different types of embossing on it. And lactopeptine. This is one of the coolest bottles I've dug. Tool top ketchup bottle. No embossing. It's got a cool kind of paneled style to it though. Looks like a little perfume bottle. Tooled top. Some kind of embossing on the bottom. Oh, just IG company. That's the Illinois Glass Company. Good age, turn of the century. This thing gets stuck in here. Early machine-made beer bottle. No embossing. Wow. Looks like there's some pieces in it as well. That's an old mixing bowl of some sort. That's a zinc glazed ironstone stoneware. Actually, it's a stoneware mixing bowl. I've wiped the bottom of this piece and noticed some stamping. This is actually from the Red Wing Stoneware Company. They were one of the biggest stoneware companies in the US, located in Red Wing, Minnesota. Now, once in a while you can get some of these with advertising stamped on the side. Businesses would have paid to have their company's name stamped into it, and those can be very valuable, thousands of dollars actually. But this one's plain, although it's cool to see something from that company. I still haven't found this side of the pit, although in the corner of what I'm digging, I saw some kind of bottle sticking out. Looks like a prescription bottle of some sort. No embossing on it, circa 1905. And then down here, I've got a few pieces exposed. This one is on top, let's see. Just another perfume bottle with the top knocked off. Some kind of prescription bottle. Made by the Western Bottle Manufacturing Company. It's a tooled top. Wow, there's a ton of stuff in here. Another Enamelware bowl. A cool blue and white pattern. Oh wow. Ball mason jar. Dropped a triple loop. Machine made. Usually these are broken. It's cool to see one whole. looks like a tool top beer bottle. Should have had some embossing on it, but made by the Streeter Bottle and Glass Company. You can see SB&G Company. Just a tooled crown top. And another one, malt something. See, it's a something brewing company. You can see the label says malt. I'll have to wet it down and see if it can be legible. Tool top prescription bottle. Wow, it's got incremented sides. An Eagle style liquor flask. Tooled top. Oh wow, some kind of a decorative lid to a dinner set. You can see that brown stenciling. Porcelain enamel, I believe. Semi-porcelain. Another prescription bottle. Made by the Western Bottle Manufacturing Company. Oh wow, that's a big condiment container. Let's see, it had a threaded top, although it's tooled. There's gotta be some embossing on this thing. Wow, yeah, some kind of condiment, possibly ketchup. As you can see, I'm almost 9 feet in the ground. There's no end in sight. This pit is something else. Got a few more pieces. I've found 3 of the sides so far. An Olympia style flask, 1898 patent. A French square style drugstore bottle, the tool top. We've got some writing. Dr. D. Jane's expectorant, Philadelphia, $50, half size. Oh wow. Yeah, there's a Graniteware kettle. That's cool, still got the handle on it. An early machine-made beer bottle, circa 1910. Tool top drugstore bottle. Okay, a lamp burner. Looks like it's made out of brass. You can see it's tarnished green. Well, I think it's the top to a crock. It's got a really nice blue color, like a baby blue. Early machine-made beer. Oh, you know what? That's a tooled top, made by the American Bottle Company. Early machine-made beer. No embossing. Tooled top drugstore bottle, made by the Western Bottle Manufacturing Company. Early machine made preserve container. Another unembossed drugstore bottle. Yeah, it looks like some kind of dish. Stone china, just a coat of arms, no company marks on it. Wow, there's a lot of medicine bottles here. It's got incremented sides, circa 1910. It's like a Streeter bottle and glass company beer. We've had a tooled tops broken though. These need to start having embossing on them. Oh wow, Eddie's Vanilla. The label's still intact on that thing. The colors are great. It's the Eddie and Eddie Manufacturing Company. We are almost 10 feet in the ground. This seems to be a dipped privy that was filled with stove ashes and garbage. Later on, it still drops a couple more feet, but there is all kinds of pieces shown here. This one I've been wondering about. It's kind of loose. It's some kind of brass object. I think it's part of a lantern of some sort, but I'm not entirely sure. It's well over 100 years old. Looks like these mason jar lids fell out of it. I believe these are Boyd's. And this one has a monogram. Looks like it's from the Consolidated Fruit Jar Company. So there's just all kinds of stuff in here. Let's see. Castoria, which one is it? Dr. S. Pitcher. It's tooled top. Laxative medicine. Ah, here we go. Excelsior Drugstore F.A. Brecht, Yankton. Prescription drugstore bottle. Okay. Looks like a slick, unembossed drugstore bottle. Ketchup bottle. Tooled top, No embossing. Another drugstore bottle made by the Western Bottle Manufacturing Company. This is insane. Look at all this stuff. Yeah, it's some kind of preserved bottle. You'll see it says vanilla on the label on the neck. That's wild. I'm still amazed at how well these labels are preserved down here. I hear more bottles grinding down there. It's like a ketchup bottle. No embossing, tooled top. Another prescription bottle. Partial label, but isn't legible. There's all kinds of stuff here. I don't know which one to pull out first. This is wild. And there's embossing on it. It's a 3-panel bottle. What's this even say? It's kind of hard to hold this thing. Excelsior Sewing Machine Company, Chicago, Illinois. Mine's just caked on.